Coming up on Mental Health Marty, avoiding life's shutdowns. Stay tuned. What's up, everybody? I know, I'm back again. But what's going on? I have missed you guys. Life has been happening, but I'm so glad to see you all on tonight. And do me a favor, like, share, tell everyone to jump on and talk about. I am so excited about who I have on here with me tonight, y'all. But I hope that you are doing well and that we're surviving everything that is going on. So, let us know how you're doing. Let us know that you're in. Throw your comments in there. Let us know that you're watching. And we want to have a great time tonight. Pastor Carol, how are you, darling? Great to see you. Thank you for tuning in. Jennifer, what's going on? I just love y'all. It's so good to see you. And tonight is going to be an amazing night. We are going into November, getting ready for Thanksgiving, and hope that you all are doing well. Let me give a shameless plug right now, though. The Mental Health Marty, what we're going to be doing for those who live in the Inland Empire, we are going to be having a turkey giveaway with all the fixings and everything. And if you are in need, please reach out to us at S, or even my email, msellers, SELLERS, at Marcel, MARSELLWC.com, and we will add you to the list. So myself, Mental Health Marty, with 100 Black men of the Inland Empire, along with some of my dear friends, are making sure. So we have 100 gift baskets with the turkey, the trimmings, everything that you're going to need, because we know that life has been tough, but we don't want to we want to make sure that you are not suffering in silence, in the shadow of shame. But we want you to speak up, speak out, so that you can live your best life. And we want to do that. And so if you are in need, if you know someone in need, again, I'm going to put up my email address later on. I'll put it up, and so that you can email me directly if you or anyone that you know is in need for a Thanksgiving basket, because we don't want you to, again, go without. But it's up to the community, us, the greater community, because this is not new for us. This is not new. We have always had to back our own and back our community. And during these difficult times, we want to make sure that we're doing just that. So again, let me remind you what the Mental Health Marty Show is all about. We are strictly a educational, psychodynamic, and psychoeducational type of program. We are not your therapist. We are not your pastor. We're not your bishop. We're not your apostle. We're not your life coach or any of those other things, but we just want to highlight those things. But if you are experiencing any type of psychiatric or mental health emergency, we definitely want you to go to your nearest urgent care or dial 988 for assistance in all of those things. So again, we want to make sure that you are doing well. But good evening, everyone. Sister Tanya, so great to see you. Thank you for joining us. And let's get on with our show tonight. We have been going through a shutdown, the longest shutdown in history. And we know that Black women have been affected the most by this shutdown. I have cousins and friends who are part of the federal government who have been furloughed and these other things. And listen, you mess with my money, you messing with me. And not that I'm rich, but baby, most of us are living paycheck to paycheck and all of these other things. And we want to talk about today avoiding life's shutdowns, because this shutdown affects so many of us, and we want to make sure that you are taken care of. But I got to first bring on my brother from another mother down in Houston, y'all. Let me tell you something. He is a brother. This is how you know you have brothers. God puts people in your life at the proper time that you need it. And when I was going through a divorce and not thinking well about myself and was beating up on myself, and the stinking thinking was going like crazy, I met this brother, and we have been road dogs ever since. And I can't thank him because he helped he helped me through Evangelist Noted and through all of that we had to go through. So without any further ado, I want to welcome to you my friend Bishop Bishop Shon Stewart. Come on to the field, Shon.
Good evening, sir. Touch your neighbor and say noted.
Noted.
Noted. These last and evil days, this conversation has been noted.
Listen.
I need you to repent while the sun is still shining.
Man, let me tell you something. It is so good to see you, man.
It's good to be.
Listen, I called you on Sunday, and you was doing a trifling shame of cooking and stirring them pots up, and I was
what now?
Down there to Houston.
Yeah, my sister had come down. I was country. I cooked a old pan of chicken spaghetti, had some greens and a salad.
Lord have mercy.
And some soup, and because you had to have tea. You understand?
Yes.
On Sunday dinner.
On Sunday dinner. Yeah. After you preached the good word.
No, I didn't preach. My daughter came down and preached.
What?
And she talked about it. Her sermon was the neurodivergent woman.
Ooh. Talked the neurodivergent woman. See, y'all.
She floored us in 22 minutes.
Come on,
sir. If you're not friends with me, go find me on Facebook. I'm Shon Shon Stewart Stewart.
Aren't you Shon D. Stewart?
I'm just Shon Stewart on Facebook.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me shut up. You're welcome.
Yes. In all of my social media, I am Shon Stewart.
Yes, sir.
But you can find me there. And if you go look on my Facebook page, there is a video of Sunday service. Her name is Elder Sean Davis Warren out of Dallas, Texas.
Lord,
but Marty,
Shon, shut up,
sir. The neurodivergent woman, she preached that thing till hell got saved. You need to go listen to it.
Shon preached like that.
Yeah.
I might go. Listen, let me tell you something. Anyway, y'all, you got to go. When I was at your service for the bishopry, and it was making consecration because yes, at the consecration, your sister came in there with a hat that was as big as the church itself. And let me tell you something, that grand hat, I will never forget your sister Phyllis for that one, baby. She
had one on Sunday.
Yeah, I know she did.
Yeah,
I know she did.
She had one on Sunday with her lap scarf, and I got tickled. I said, my sister really is a church girl. She really is on Sundays. She's a church girl on Sundays.
Well, Bishop, we got to bring in our sister.
Where is she? Get her on here so I can look at her sideways.
Yeah, because I was looking too. I almost was about to take a flight. That's how you know when you love folk. This is our sister from another mister. I've been knowing Dr. Story for almost 20, probably 20 years now. And let me tell you something. When you meet just good people, good people, finding good people that love you when you right, that love you,
correct you when you're wrong,
and like love you when you're wrong, and she the type too that will stand up for you when folk talking about you and set the record straight, and then call you and say, "Oh yeah, let me tell you something. I set the record straight because they was not gonna dog my brother like that, and I let them know." And I said, "You know what? That's the kind of friend."
Listen, that's it.
So
he is as greasy as a fried pork chop in the country.
You ain't gonna talk about my sister like that.
Listen, the oil is thick on that one. You got to watch her.
But let's bring on out.
Bring on in here, man. In the
bring in here none other than the Reverend Dr. Marquerita Story.
There she is.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, my love.
You guys, I am so grateful to God that we are back together.
Yes.
Like, I miss you guys. I love you. I miss the audience. I miss this opportunity.
Yes.
I'm going to tell you, Marty, you in trouble with Mother Verde. She's been asking for months. When are y'all coming back?
Tell Mother Verde we coming back. And did you tell Mother Verde, listen, I had to call my Apostle Bishop today and said, listen, I love y'all, but first Sunday in January, First Sunday in January.
Yes.
My sister from another mister told me I got to come out to Williamsport, Pennsylvania, and preach.
I swear before God, I'm so sick of her.
Shon, come on out here. Come on.
I'm not coming. First
come
off,
on out.
No.
Come on out.
No, I'm not coming out there. Because let me tell you something. The God I serve, if He knows my heart, He knows that no man can convince me that they finna go out yonder and ice down them wings and they finna fly me up in no sky.
Baby, that's what it takes. And because I know Marty know the Lord, that's why I asked them to come.
God know I can't even hear Him.
Oh, we're gonna pray your strength in the Lord in these last and evil COVID days, and we just
go to fast till I lose 50 pounds.
You gotta come. You gotta come.
Shon, you might meet me in Baltimore. We're gonna take the car on up.
It'll have to be before June. I need it to be doggone that first, second, third, fourth, that time frame. I need you to go on and listen, Bishop. I know you got enough prayer up in you.
Yes, sir.
That you can hold back a doggone winter storm. I know you got it in you. I know you got it in you. Hey there.
I was listening to that song, Dr. Story, that talks about you. Said I searched all over.
Don't you start. Couldn't find nobody.
And I'm not going to be able to find you. I ain't going to be able to find nobody.
You won't talk to me, Sophia.
I can't. Let's get to our topic, y'all.
Let's talk.
Let's talk.
How are your members, how are your people in your community reverbing since this shutdown has happened? Like, how have we as a church have partnered with other churches to support the greater good? I don't have any members at Freedom that has experienced it, being without a job, but I have had a lot of people within the community that I serve within special education not be able to receive support and services outside of the school because of the shutdown.
Right.
And that's not food or that's personnel.
Yes.
That we just didn't have, that I had to learn how to change a feeding tube because it had to be done.
Yeah.
I had to learn how to give insulin.
Wow.
Because
it had to be done.
It had to be done.
Yeah.
My teachers are qualified to teach reading, math, science, social studies, PE, some form of physics, right? STEAM and STEM.
Yeah.
They didn't go to school to become nurses.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Or social workers. They're not, they're not certain. And their pay grade doesn't reflect said skill.
Right.
Yeah. But how are your people, and have you heard of anything innovative to help support?
That's good. That's
where
good,
you
Bishop.
are and what you're looking at, not in the church, because even though church is community, what are you even looking at in the community that's not church?
Right. I think I've run up against the same thing, Shon.
She blacked out.
So one of the things that we have learned here lately is that the Office of Civil Rights within the Department of Education has been closed. So that means students who are special ed, who have IEP documents, if there is a violation of that kid's rights, there is nowhere to go to get relief within the federal government except court now.
Wow. And for most of us, where I'm at, I don't have any necessary employees or family members in California who've been directly affected, but we feel the ripple effect of it. And so that's where we are trying to, I think we feel the ripple effect when SNAP benefits are not there. And that's why I think during this time, how do we avoid it? And I guess my question I was going to ask for you and even Dr. Story is, what role does the church now and our civil service organization, such as the NAACP, 100 Black Men, Jack and Jill, and our fraternities and sororities play in rising up and lifting up our community? A lot of times what we don't want to talk about is the role and the mighty role that the Black Panther Party played in the 60s to make sure our children ate and had healthy meals and so forth. So what role do we need to play today, whether it's a church, a civic organization, our fraternity, sororities, whether in making sure and stabilizing our communities?
We have to come together, and we don't need to worry about who gets the acknowledgement.
Yes.
Secondly, we have to pull together, and I'm gonna just put it out there. Our financial resources have to come together in such a way that when we do, and let's just call it what it is, people don't have to like Dr. Jamal Harrison Bryan, but I served
Let me tell you something.
in his leadership when he was the national youth director for the NAACP. I was the vice president for the state of Texas NAACP, and we brought him down right after his inauguration. And his speech there simply said, "Don't ever forget that you are as powerful as the person that's trying to prosecute you."
Wow.
That has stuck with me ever since he said it.
Wow.
You are as powerful. So we have to remember that the power that's given to us is as powerful as the people who want to prosecute us. If we would change our perspective on how we see things.
That's good. That's good.
How we internalize things determines how it impacts us.
Right.
You know, I'm learning that even in ministry, people will take things, Dr. Story, personally when you as the pastor have to address things corporately, publicly. And you're not even after the person, but because the person is guilty, or if the person has not come to the conclusion that the church is more than just them, right? Then they will assume that every time you say something negative, it is for them. But good. Maturity says that if in fact it is something that is not for you, then you let God separate the wheat from the tare. As my grandmother would say, you have to chew the meat and spit out the bone, but it's up to your tongue to know the difference.
That's right.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Dr. Story, how has it been affecting what you're doing in your ministry, and what's your response to all of this with the shutdowns and everything?
Yeah, one of the things that was keenly just put in the forefront was the fact that we are so disconnected.
Yes.
Between what is provided, who does it, when they do it, how they do it, where their thing is coming from. Are there emergency plans to ensure that some of those key, emergent, and important staples are always provided? And the church was on the fringe of that. And so then you've got not only children, but you have seniors, you have families, you have single parent households that needed to be provided child care, and all of that, that all of those things were beginning to arise. And one of the things that I found is that the church loves to be prepared if there is a prediction. But there are problems that are not always predicted. And even though it gets predicted, it doesn't mean it can be prevented. And because it was not predicted, and we can't always prevent it, we're not prepared. And what we're finding in the church right now is that we are looking for a prophet to predict something that may not ever be able to be prevented. And now you see that just like we saw at COVID, that the church, they slip is showing. We're unprepared, and because we're unprepared, we cannot provide anything to ensure.
Story!
That's all I got to say.
You better preach it here.
Ain't nobody preaching. But that was what was revealed during this time. And so we're always looking prophet to go on and predict it, go on and prophesy it, so that on the inside of us we feel like some type of prayer is going to prevent it. But the word of God declares this, Shon, just like my eyes are brown, that the poor will be with you always. The church, you better know, need go always be there. And because of our greed, we become so insulary that we've not been able to be a response when people needed us the most. Now that's all I got to say on the subject, because I know Shon about to take us go on take us higher. But that's one of the things that I saw.
Come behind that. I need a class.
Well, the doors of Marcel Wellness is now open. Marcel,
don't do it.
The offering basket is down. The doors are not open. The basket is down, but the basket doors are not open. That's
the truth.
I'm gonna side with you, Rita, and I'm gonna say that the other side of that coin is the same face of power.
Mm.
Yeah,
that a lot of former President Obama said it, that every issue impacting America is cause of some old fragile white man.
Yeah. Okay. Period. Period.
The prophet proclaimed
the
proclivities of the people publicly.
Yeah.
And was not mistaken in his statement.
Yeah.
Y'all will not work these peas tonight.
Even though he was the president.
Yeah.
But here's what I think part of our problem is: we are always looking for someone else to save us.
Yes, sir.
When the ability to save us has been created within us,
because it's already in you.
It is.
Yes.
It is.
And I'm not looking for someone to save me, because I've already been saved, if I can say it that way. But I am looking now to help and save. I guess I'm just of the mindset. I was telling people in January, I'm living in Goshen right now.
Come on now.
Huh?
Come on now.
Whatever might affect others is not going to affect me, because I'm in the promised land of Goshen. So famine might come, but it's not going to touch me and my household. You know, the locusts might come, but it's not going to touch me and my household.
Receive,
yes,
sir. Yes,
and all that. Receive. Even though the threat of it, now I can't imagine what the children of Israel faced and when they heard the screams of the people that lost the firstborn male.
Yeah,
I can't imagine what that felt like. Although it may not touch us, we still hear and can be affected by it.
You're impacted.
You're impacted. Yes.
Right. Yeah.
But we're not ready for the impact. At least, you know, when you heard it, they said, go lock yourself in the house and put the blood over. So we got to go back to the basics of that and protecting our. So we need to make sure we're providing for the poor. We make sure that we're providing. Yes, for those who are in predicaments that they don't quite understand.
And the poor does not always mean financial.
Right.
The poor could be of heart, of mind, of spirit, of lost relationship, of marriage. The poor could be that who is mourning, and the poor can be happy. Listen, the poor can be your pastor, because on one vein, I got to be happy about the birth of a grandchild and be depressed about the death of a deacon in the same breath.
That part.
And the roller coaster of ministry has not changed, even though the demand has become heavy.
Yeah. And I think when you're mentioning that, Shon, the demands have shifted, but the requirement has remained the same. This has always been a part of what the church has been called to do since its inception. And so for me, when I've looked at it specifically this shutdown, one of the things I found out is that you might be able to shut down SNAP, but you can't shut down a sovereign God, because our God shall supply all of our needs according to his riches and glory by Christ. You might be able to shut down the government, but you can't shut down the giver of all good and perfect gift. You can't shut down God. And so because of that, we've got to start leaning on the Lord as if God is our source and our resource. And the church has been playing games. We've been sleeping with the enemy. We've been doing all of that by getting grants and all kinds of things, so that we got to be who you tell us to be in order for us to be funded to take care of a church, when Christ has said this: if you bring me what you got, put it in my hand, I will take your not enough, make it more than enough, and you'll be able to feed a whole community or kingdom, but it's got to be in my hand. And we put stuff in the hands of people who ain't got that kind of power.
Your cash app is what?
Right.
I see you asking, what's your cash app?
I don't have cash app.
Oh,
but again, and so how do we encourage? Because I believe that there is a, and I'm going to say this, I'm not trying to be deep, y'all. The depression and anxiety and feelings of overwhelmness is overcoming our people, and especially those of us in the church, because I think I was listening to that dang on Reginald Sharp today. Lord have mercy. That joker right there is all right with me. Yes. And he was talking about grace. Yeah. And he was talking about too often we're shouting on the gift and that without understanding the promises, as well as without having also a good strong enough knowledge, because we think God is a genie, as opposed to that there's nothing that is required of us, but there's lots required of us. And so how do I help lift that spirit of depression because of circumstances around us? Because we are such a flashy society, and can I just even say a flashy group of people? And even in the church, if you don't measure up to this standard and wear this kind of thing,
you don't look a certain way, dress drive a certain thing, look a certain way.
Yes,
absolutely.
Because I loved it. I think the church is the spirit, not just the spiritual hospital, but the physical hospital, the financial hospital, the hungry hospital. I get excited when they come up there smelling like weed and everything. I was like, well, at least you're in the right place.
This the right place. Because I got some, and if we get that right, if the church learns to love that person, then you will learn to love all people without rescission.
Right. One of the things, though, to kind of piggyback on what you were talking about, as well as asking of us, one of the things I think we got to do is look at the shutdown. That we just really got to look at it. And one of the things that I know that the shutdown did was cause some temporary problems. Yes. They were not permanent. And so although the government acts as if it's got all power, it does not have all power.
Right.
It just doesn't have all power. Certain things kept on going. Y'all even tried to bother the aircraft flying. You can only shut down 8% of it because stuff kept on going and kept on rolling. And with that, we've got to also dig. I think Shon or someone was earlier, we got to dig back up into what was inside of us. Because let me tell you what I know, like my eyes are brown. It ain't nobody I know on Snap or nothing else that can't go up in their closet, honey, till January. If they don't get nothing else up in that house, they got something to eat.
They can make it work. We
got some people, baby, that all you needed to do is give them some good cornmeal and some hot water, baby, and everybody will be eating all up in the house. But we try to act like we don't come from people who are able to survive. And not just brown and black people, but I'm also talking about Christian people.
Yes.
That is ensuring that if Israel can make it through an Egypt, if they can make it through a Jordan, if they can make, listen,
we can make anything.
We could do it. We could do it. And I believe that's what I believe them 42, 43, because some of them I slept through them because I was tired of hearing about it. But how many? It was 40 couple of days.
40 couple of days. Yes.
40 couple of days.
It was a 40 couple of days. But what we found out is not only that there are things that will be challenges, but we also got to make better choices.
That part. Can we spend some time on the choices?
But in the choices, you all, we have to educate about conviction.
Come on.
Now, I don't know if I want to talk. I don't want to be convicted. I just want to make my choice.
Come on.
But I'm sorry. Well,
but the choice can't come without the conviction.
Yes.
Okay, come on.
They are. Talk to us, Bishop. Talk to us, Bishop.
So then, conviction is an internal reminder that your act is wrong. Conviction is the public shame that comes when you're caught and made guilty of the very act that you committed. Now, we all are guilty of something.
Right.
Whether it's public or private, everyone knows somebody has evidence of your past.
My God.
The question I have in the court of faith is, have you reconciled with yourself about your past? And secondly, have you released God to forgive you from your past?
But now we got to unpack those differently.
Yeah.
Have I reconciled and with myself about my past? Because too many of us build our entire personalities, who we are, and everything else around what we can do or the perception of who we are.
Image,
image. It's all around image. You know, we see it from social media. We would take 1,000 pictures to get that right one to make us look like we're having the time of our life when we're miserable.
And then Photoshop it to try to make it
yes. And so we have an image problem to start off with. Because have we reconciled and accepted the image that and can I say it this way, that God has created us in, and accept who we are, whether we light, bright, dark brown, blue, black, fat, skinny, all that.
All of that.
Now there's things that we need to do to perfect and make sure this temple stays healthy. I got to do a little extra walking now. I put in my thing 10,000 steps. I ain't done my 10,000 steps today, but I'm getting older, so I got to make sure this cholesterol don't get high and this blood pressure and all these other things. And so we first got to accept who. But Bishop, I don't believe that many of us like who we are.
I won't disagree. But in order to dislike who you are, you must first know where you are and whose you are. Because a lot of times you build your perception off of other people's belief about you versus building your belief about what you know about you.
Right.
I trust what you say about me before I believe what I know about me.
Right.
But what is the stem of that? Because we all want acceptance and love.
Yeah, but it's the dysphoria of it.
Yeah.
But it's not just in the psyche, it's in the social and the spiritual.
I'm in total and psychological. Yeah, you're right. Not just
to be honest. And so then you don't believe in what you see because you measure it up against what you hope to be true. And what you hope to be true is not faith, it is almost fiction.
Okay, so to your point then, there is a power then, Shon, that you're suggesting that is greater than what God has spoken over us. So when God says that I created you in my image and likeness, I this about you, that you are the head and not the tail, above and not beneath the lender. You're fearfully and wonderfully made. Am I ignoring it, or am I making the suggestion that the echoes of society speak louder than the words of the sovereign? Because in that, it will make us go after the things that the world says we must have, and the way the world says we must look, and all of the rest of it. Save the issue of being healthy, Marty. You know, I've been dark-skinned and thick-witted, and whole time I've been here, everybody didn't like it. Dark-skinned girl ain't been in since I've been here. Ain't nobody wanted somebody that's slim thickums. You either want or you want them thick. You don't want slim.
What's his name? Oh, Slim Thickums. My God from my God.
But all I'm saying is that then I
Slim Thickums, honey. That's what you're saying. Slim your neighbor and say Slim.
We ain't fooling with you, Bishop, tonight.
Bishop, we're not playing with you. But I am ignoring the true definition of who I am because of the echoes of the world. And so that's what I'm hearing you say.
Yes, and it's not that you don't know the difference, because you know God's voice when you hear it. Because you don't hear God here, you hear God in your heart.
That's right.
Right? So then any other place that you hear God's voice, you know that that's not God. But on the other side of that, convenience will overrule conviction every time my flesh gets involved.
Of course.
Right. Absolutely.
And because my flesh is involved, then the convenience that I'm speaking of is related to my understanding of what I don't want to do.
Okay.
I'm processing.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times my convenience is I would rather distract than do what I really should be. My convenience.
Because no, I'm saying because it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
To deal with Marty.
But it's the equal amount of energy to distract from him.
But distraction feels better than dealing.
Feelings is what's getting you in your best trouble.
Amen.
Yeah. Right, but the other part of it is, and I guess I'm going to come from my perspective. And Marty knows I do this thing with the Cinderella syndrome.
Yes.
As a female.
We got to bring that back.
Yes, we got to. One of the things that has been important in my development as a woman is to be chosen. And so to be chosen means I have to fit in the shoe. And I have to look like you. And I have to be in the in crowd, or at least I gotta fake it until I can make it. I have to do that. And so then even my relationships are predicated on it. I put myself in financial distresses in order for to make myself look like what is acceptable. And so with that, my value system becomes more of what you're saying, Shon, more of what others are saying, because I don't know how to address the fact that I might have to be counter what the culture says and be all right with me, as well as counter what the systems and structures say about me in order for me to be who I've been created to be. And one of the things, especially about the Black church that I've loved, is that it has always been counter to this systemic issues that we had. But we've gotten to a place where now we're not counter, but we're in cahoots with it.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Whichever word you want to
and even with that,
all of that.
We've participated in cancel culture.
And we're doing it as a church. And we're canceling out ourselves. We're canceling out the call that we've had. We're canceling out the fact that the liberation that we've understood that God can provide. If there's no other people who can speak on that aspect of his nature, it has been us. Everybody ain't got to know the same story.
Ain't got it.
Right.
Because we got to be able to bring it together. Everybody can't have the same story. But if the kingdom has an element that will not show up and say that we have got to do something for the lost, the left out, and the looked over.
Yes,
and the least, we got to be that aspect, and we cannot assimilate into a kingdom that does not honor the fact that everyone does not come from the same place, and everyone cannot see God in the same way, but the aspect of the way or the prism in which I see the Lord, baby, I got to be able to share that prism so it can expand the way the entirety of the kingdom is able to see it. And so we need all of those prisms to come together so that we can begin to put a picture together of who God is, especially in this hour where Christianity is being dismantled and the work that God has called the inner city and Black church to do has been and is being lost because we are under the guise that the world is going to provide the resources and all we got to do is hand them out.
So how do we get back to community? How do we get back to being effective in the community? Because we know, I thank God for the larger, but most of our churches are suffering.
Yeah. Mine is.
Yeah. We're suffering, and where we used to be the ones giving out, we're the ones in need. So how do we change that entire? Because not only have we had government shutdowns, we've had church shutdowns as well. And so how do we help avoid and prevent those shutdowns? When I turn to the government, it's shut down. We turn to some of the church, it's shut down. We turn to our jobs, the threat of that's being shut down. Turn to the relationship. Everything is being shut down in my life. And how do I survive and I not shut down myself?
Yeah. I think we need to be intentional, Marty.
Yes, I agree.
I think we've got to be intentional in our deportment of the gospel. I believe we've got to do what each of us can do. Shon, I can't be 3 blocks away from you and do a food bank just because you're doing a food bank. I can't be
there we go
2 blocks away from you and give our clothes because you've got a clothes give. I've got to be able to be intentional in doing what is key to the kingdom. It's relationship.
There we go.
And for me, partnership means do your part. We got to relate, just like you got to relay. I gotta pass that thing to you.
Baton.
So that's right. So you can run and do because I got something.
Your leg.
You got
of the relay. Yes.
That's right. And for me, I believe we got to relate because then I've got to know that when your place runs out of food, it's my turn. It's my turn. And even if I don't start doing it, I got to start bringing that mess down to you so you can't close. And we've got to relate to one another. You cannot be the one I'm competing with. You've got to be the one I'm collaborating with.
Exactly.
Yes.
And we got to be intentional at that. We've got to begin to have some reservoirs. Y'all, we don't have no reserves with anything. We don't have spiritual reservoirs, forgiving reservoir. We don't have financial reservoir. We don't want to put anything back, because we've got to use it now and get to the place where if we run out, it means we run out. And we can't keep doing that, because it will be so critical to the future of the church as we move forward, for the church to continue to operate on the capacity of the individuals and not the supernatural ability of our God.
That's good.
We keep on relying on what we can do, what this could do, but the supernatural, y'all, we need the Lord. Like, we got to be intentional in getting him in. Broke as we are in church, ain't nobody shutting down. Baby, we gonna still be around. We're on a hard reset. And everybody keep coming and say, I heard y'all church shut down. Baby, ain't nothing shut down.
At all.
This ain't about to be turned into no doggone apartment complex. This is the living God. And watch if you want to. God has the way of making sure that his remnant is always able to rise. It's always somebody left back with a witness. Always somebody that was a part of the experience of God. And y'all, God gonna leave a witness on this earth, whether we like it or not. But it is our time as leaders, I believe, in the Christian church, and especially in our communities, to make sure that we're intentional at relating or partnering, whichever word you want to use, because sometimes I don't parse words as properly as Dr. Shon Stewart. I want to make sure, though, that we're connected.
Yeah, he's the word connoisseur.
Yes. We got to
somewhere in there. I'm gonna believe that there is a compliment in that.
There's always a compliment.
Yes, always.
But I want to co-sign evenly with Dr. Story on this. I think that in building this collaboration, we also have to become uncomfortable with going across racial and religious boundaries to get the support that you need. I don't care if you believe he got up on Sunday or Saturday. Do you believe in him?
Right.
Yeah, then guess what? We can talk. Come here. And guess what? And if you don't believe in him, guess what? Depending on what I'm working on, come here.
We can still talk.
Because we can still talk. Because at the end of the day, we are responsible for the people.
Yeah.
And we can't get to the people without the relationships.
Yeah.
I mean, we almost have to think about, I said this to my staff last week. When we start talking about recovery, we can't think about recovery without first looking at what we did to get to the place that we need to read.
Yeah.
We have
and I'm so tired
to understand the why.
Yeah. And I'm so worn with where we are, Shon. I love what you're saying, because we do have to know the why. Because otherwise we're in a cycle of nothingness. And so I love what you're saying, because it does get to the place where you say that. And then we've got to, you were saying something, because I'm experiencing that now, where there are those that I know are called into the kingdom, but they're struggling with being uncomfortable with some aspects of our Christianity. Baby, being a Christian ain't always cute. And Christians have been on the wrong side of all kinds of stuff. We were on the wrong side of slavery. We've been on the wrong side of some elections. We've been on the wrong side of a whole lot of stuff. But it still doesn't get rid of the fact that Jesus Christ is Lord. The glory of God the Father. And because we're human carriers, we're gonna make mistakes. We gotta be uncomfortable at times.
And I agree. And in that uncomfortability, here's my question to ask. Like the pandemic, many of us, I'll say for me, my business grew in the pandemic like crazy. So was the shutdown really a setup for a start over? whatever that start over could be, because we need to breathe. You know, the air was cleaner during COVID because everyone was shut down. This is not our first time being shut down.
Yeah. It's You're
not.
right about it. You're right about it.
But it's not. I don't think that it's to start over. I think it is to start.
Okay. Just to start.
Some people were not in the position to start over.
Oh, okay.
Some folks were in the place where they had to start. Some people had to start over. But now,
so whatever the start might be,
whatever your start,
whatever your start might be.
But just start like that.
Just start.
That's the biggest thing. Start.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And whatever you start, don't stop. Develop. You know, I said this the other day, and I mean it with all my heart. If the church would become as resilient as it has become hated, we would be all right.
Mm. But I love what you're saying there. Don't start. You're right. We'll be all right. Don't stop the strategy that's going to stretch you.
Yeah.
Don't stretch and be and stretch
and strengthen you.
Yeah.
There is strength in the stretching. That's exactly right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Y'all got us on this alliteration today.
When you get tired, don't be scared to get in the water.
That's right. Yeah. That's good. That's good.
Don't just drink the water. Don't be scared to get in the water.
Yeah.
And you notice there's different types of water that you get into. Sometimes my muscles need to be in the hot water of the jacuzzi. But then I have to do, and I don't like them, that cold plunge. I'm not going to do that ice bath because then it kind of shocks you back into. And was this an opportunity that we were being shocked back into reality, that we need community and we need to depend on each other and strengthen each other and stop looking for this great savior in the government or whatever it might be. But we go back to, baby, let me tell you something. I'm going back to my gardening somehow. I ain't got that much land in my backyard, but I'm going to get my herbs and my tomatoes and these other things. And because that's how we strengthened one another.
Yeah. Today, I was doing Bible study, and I was doing an illustration that I believe would be helpful here. I had my little BMW, Marty. You know, black on black.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
7 series.
Yes, ma'am.
Diamondback. Anyway,
sunroof top.
Clear in here about this BMW.
Dig in the scene
with a gangster lean. But I was getting these letters from BMW, and I was like, you know what? All they want me to do is buy another car. I'm not getting ready to buy another car. And so I just would throw them little letters away, and I got them over and over again. I threw the little letters away, and I drove to the church one day, did what I needed to do, went to the car shine, and my car wouldn't start. And so I called BMW up because, baby, I'm paying so much money. Y'all coming to get this thing, and y'all gonna do whatever you got to do to fix it. And what they said to me was, Miss Story, did you get any information from BMW? I said the only thing I got was several letters over and over again, and I know those were letters where y'all was trying to get me to buy a vehicle. They said, ma'am, did you read any of the letters? I said I didn't read any of the letters because I knew that you were just trying to get me to buy them. And he said, no, ma'am, those were letters from the creator, from the manufacturer, trying to let you know that there is a warning, that recall. There is something on board the vehicle that if it doesn't get taken care of, that it's going to be costly. And it is my firm belief that God has warned the church with COVID, and because our memory is so bad, we can't remember that it ain't even been 2.5 good years before we done went back to work. And now here go another warning, and everybody trying to act like me, thinking that BMW trying to get you to buy another BMW. You better open up the word of God and find out what the warnings and the directives of God are, because he is the creator and he just may be doing a manufacturer's recall. And before y'all break down, before we not able to use y'all no more, that's all I got to say. Because I believe, just like you, Marty, it's another warning.
Yes.
Going back to y'all, ain't got nothing else to say.
I got it wrote down, Marty. You called.
Okay,
me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I got it.
It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah,
but I think the Lord has been warning us. And I think the church has taken it for granted. I think we've ignored God's warning prophetically. We've got more individuals that could work, for the 1-800 call lines, and not as in contact with God as they ought to be. God is warning the United States and warning his church in America. Some of this stuff on board is killing you. We got to get it back to the manufacturer, get it back to the creator, because we don't have the capacity to fix what's wrong.
Well, with that being said, Dr. Story,
yes,
you didn't close us out. If you are not following Dr. Story and Bishop Shon, let me tell you something. You need to follow them.
Don't follow me at all.
Don't follow.
No, y'all need to. He is one of the most brilliant brothers I know.
Listen. If this is what our first night back is going to be like, I want you to know I'm not coming back no more the rest of this year.
Yes, you are. Well, the year's almost over.
The year's almost over. So that's okay. We'll start out strong next week.
No, listen, but Story is right about this.
Yes.
What is affirming and telling at the same time is that the voice of the prophets, the voices have changed, but the words have not.
It has not.
The voice who is saying it has changed, but the words that are coming out of their mouth are not new to them. And I'm clear as day. We don't have to like Trump, but I really do believe God is using him to bring us back full circle.
Yes.
And here is what's funny. Trump will tell you he don't believe he's going to heaven. So it's not a place for him. But we are a Christian nation, but you don't believe that the place that we return to is a place for you. And then when we start talking about doing what's right, doing what's best for our neighbors, doing what's Christian, I had a conversation today with someone about the change in tenor about the Epstein's files, and how all of a sudden, because the president said vote for it, all of you got unanimous consent, but no one is talking about how in one vein we're saying, we got but you then open an investigation. And anybody has a brain knows that in that what you've just done is whatever you are looking at now can't be released because it's an active investigation.
That's right.
That is witchcraft. That is the true definition of Ephesians 6.
You know, so much is going on, but
wait a minute, Rita, what, Rita?
Eloquence.
I know. Can I say I love you both, and I miss you both like crazy. I can't wait till we get back together and just be able to break.
Baby, we already back together. I don't know who told you what, but we already back together.
Now, and wish you would act like you don't know it.
What you talking about?
When we can get together in person. How about that?
Oh, okay.
In person. Fine. Lord have mercy.
Where we meeting at?
Let me know.
We'll figure it out. Listen, we'll figure it out, and we have all the folk coming along with us because there's some other folk that are gonna want to join us anyway. But we're so glad. Listen, Dr. Story, thank you. You know I love you. I can't wait to see you on that first Sunday in January. Bishop, you might as well come on up to and get you. Come on up to. I'm trying to get. I think I quasi confirmed Brent Jones for coming up. Sister Tanya, thank you so much. But again, we don't want you during this season to go without. And Daryl, in the banner, I put my email and everything. But if you are in the Inland Empire and definitely need a basket for Thanksgiving, please email me at this email address. And we have about 50 baskets left that we definitely want to make sure that you don't have to secretly suffer in silence in the shadow of shame. Because about mental health, Marty, we are about community, building the community. Listen, healing individuals, strengthening families, and growing communities. That's what we're all about. Because until we heal people, our families will never be healthy and strengthened, and therefore our communities can't grow. And we want to do it in that order. We want to heal individuals from the trauma of their pain and all the baggage that's leaving them behind. We want to help grow. We want to help strengthen healthy families, whether that's a 1-parent household, 2-parent, 3-parent, 5-parent, whatever that might look like. We want to create healthy families. And then we want to help grow our communities, because then we would move in the right direction. So please, if you are in need of a basket, please let us know so we can put you on our list and get all the necessary information. And again, if you need anything, we never want to leave you without resources. Please check. You call your we want you to make sure you're calling Bishop and Dr. Story so we can get you in somebody's church house and get you in relationship. And also, don't be afraid to reach out for a therapist. You can always email me on that as well, and we're going to connect you with some therapy resources. But we don't want you to continue to secretly suffer in silence in the shadow of shame. Stay tuned. Next week, I'm going to have some information about the re-release and the new look of Chris is Sad. And then this spring by Easter, we're going to have Raven the Great. And then this time next year, we're going to have Tony Builds, because yes, Tony's got her own book too and everything. And it's so excited because we want to help parents have difficult conversations about the life things that children go through, because they too have some situations that they go through as well. So Dr. Story, tell the saints, I'm bringing my books. I'm going to bring 100 books with me. I need all 100 of them to be sold.
Sell out every
last one of them. So I can pay. Look, I need to pay for my flight. So tell them I need to make sure we.
We're gonna do that, doggone it, because you know we ain't got no honorarium, so we will buy a book.
We'll have to buy a book now.
Buy a book buy these books so I can take care of this honorarium.
Yeah, we got to take care of this honorarium, this room, this doggone flight, food.
Cassandra, thank you for tuning in. It is our desire again that we continue to spread and have great conversations about mental health. Next week, I'm working on Dr. Jashana Johnson. Let me tell you, that sister is such a beast. And we want to talk about how to have healthy relationships during the holidays. Because, baby, we know it'll go left. And Dr. Johnson, listen, if y'all can tune in, I got to have you meet Dr. Johnson. She is a prayer warrior, preach you under the bench. And then she is, I believe, one of the top Black female psychologists in the nation. Wow. She's so bomb and bad. But I'm so excited. So I'm going to confirm her for next week, y'all. And remember, speak up, speak out, and live, because we want you to enjoy your best life. We'll see you next week. Take us out, Daryl.